So I was very much looking forward to speaking with you. And I'm going to say, Quinn Kilbury! Quinn, I apologize for mutilating your name like that, but we absolutely love your name. Quinn is an executive at Heineken. Your responsibility for Newcastle, the brand of Newcastle. That's a fantastic job. Like, firstly, how did you get that job? And then maybe tell us a little bit about your responsibilities.
Yeah, just luck. I mean, it actually is my favorite beer. So that was sort of I was at Pepsi, very happy there. Loved Pepsi just down the road here.
Sure.
And just got a call and said, "Do you want to work on beer?" And I was like, "I'll listen to that." Because it's Newcastle, and I was like,
talk to me, right?
Have to do it. I mean, honestly, it's very close to what I was doing. It's just one has alcohol, one doesn't. So.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about, I mean, obviously this is the Westchester Digital Summit. We're paying attention to digital. Maybe help me better understand some of the things that you guys are doing internally as an organization to kind of harness that power of the community and social.
Everyone now in the brand world, for the most part, agrees that you need to be in social.
Sure.
I think that what that means can differ on the person and the organization pretty drastically, and the reality is the rules change every day.
Yep.
The rules of how to engage in social change every day. So honestly, that's what we're doing, spending the most of our time on, is kind of making sure we can keep up with the changes. What you could do at Facebook last year is not what you can do today.
Right.
And that's a huge platform for us, so we have to understand that.
Facebook, they have the age limit, but there are statistics out there where they say, there are millions of kids that are on Facebook.
Yes.
And obviously, it's an adult beverage. How do you guys play that dance within social media and talking about the beverage?
Well, I think that if we're going to invest money on a social platform, they need to have an age gating process.
Okay.
And so that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And Facebook has a very strong one because when you sign up, you have to give all that information.
Sure.
Especially when you're paying for media on Facebook, we just say exactly who we want to reach. We want to reach males 22 to 29, and boom, and we want to reach them in these markets. And so it's actually quite easy to protect it there. Yeah. Twitter is just the last few months that they finally got the age gating process in place. Heineken USA believes very, very strongly that we're not going to play in those platforms until they have it. So we've been going much more heavy in the last few months. In fact, all the big beer players have been going much more heavy into it.
So it behooves them to take care of that, so they can get all these big players.
Absolutely. We want to be responsible. Just like, I've got kids. I don't like there's a time to drink beer, and it's when you're 21. That's what it comes down to. Yeah. And the second part is it's just it's an investment, right? You need to be spending your money with who's going to buy your product. It's great to have fans. It's great to have people viewing your videos. Sure. But if you're not going to buy my beer, then I don't really care if you saw it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it comes down to.
It doesn't make sense for you. Yeah.
Exactly.
So great. So, listen, you just stepped off stage from the panel discussion. Maybe if you could talk to us briefly about some of the general impressions, things that you're going to walk away, maybe share with some of the executives back at the office.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest takeaway for me is that I think the comment that was made that, it's just marketing, I've inherently believe that, and you can see the differences and the similarities across the different brands that were on there today. Yeah. In the end, like what your brand means to the internet is the way you should treat the internet. So, for instance, ESPN, like their content is inherently social. It's inherently supposed to be on this platform, so they don't have to pay for it. Yeah. We have to work a lot harder, a lot harder at that, and I think but you got to keep that in mind. Like you can't try to pretend that a beer is ESPN. Yeah. And that our content is something that inherently people want to find on the internet, because it's not. They actually want to drink it in real life. So we need to figure out a way to make that work.
Do you feel like that's where some brands go wrong, that they kind of try to play in an arena that just doesn't suit them?
The one thing I will say, and this is like my basic belief that over the years have come to, is that you have to give the internet what it wants. Sure. That's it.
I like that.
And it's a very simple way to look at it. Yeah. And if you need to know what you mean to your consumer, and primarily you want to drink beer when you're sitting in a chair with your friends, right? Yeah. You don't want to be drinking beer through the internet. Right. So you have to figure out what's the best way to interact with your target and consumers socially, and you've got to figure out the best way for that to work. And it's very easy to get that wrong. Yeah. Like you can create a really compelling, fun piece of content, but you're the wrong brand to be giving it. And I've absolutely worked on those before. Yeah. I've worked at a lot of big companies, and we get it wrong more than we get it right.
Interesting.
So it's very hard to find that right way to get across.
What are some of the big wins for you guys lately? Like, what's the one thing that you're kind of like, Okay, we did that. Yeah.
Allowed to
good.
brag? Is that cool? Yeah, I mean, actually, I think we just won so Newcastle just won the Blues Facebook Studio Award, so it's the best campaign on Facebook in the year. So globally, that was kind of awesome.
Wow.
So that the Super Bowl campaign, can I say that?
Yeah.
Was huge for us, and I think,
Wow.
but that was honestly a credit to our agencies and our team and to Facebook
Sure.
for us all sitting down and understanding the limitations and the benefits of the algorithm.
Yeah.
There's a time to pay, and there's a time to not pay.
Yeah.
And by working those two things together, we figured out a way to be the top trending topic on Facebook
Wow.
for 2 days. I didn't think it would work that well, and it probably won't again.
Yeah.
But it does
You
show.
kind of bathe in the pleasure
We've
of
been
the
bathing
win.
for
That's
3
a big
months,
win.
but then now we're going to the next one now, and so we'll see how that goes. But that's the learning for us. If you want to have success, then
Yeah.
you can't try to fight what Facebook and Twitter and YouTube are doing,
Sure.
and you have to work with them.
Yeah.
And honestly, they're structured now. Those companies are structured to help you.
Yeah.
We've got Facebook has office hours in our office every week. Like
Wow.
you have to, if you partner with them, they will partner with you.
That's
And
incredible.
that's the way we've seen a lot more success. Our media team at Heineken, it's a small team, very small team, but they do an incredible job of bringing those companies in, and that's allowing us to get more success.
to help you scale that. That's
You got to
fantastic.
scale it.
Yeah.
I mean, Heineken and Dos Equis have both had really big successes too recently,
Wow.
but it's absolutely because of that partnership.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I wish you continued success.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming to the Westchester Digital Summit.
Yeah,
This was
thanks. I
super.
appreciate the invite.
And we look forward to enjoying some beverage later.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Great.
so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.